Hello, welcome to the demonstration of how to dynamically generate a workbook with Kianda. For this example, I will quickly show how to generate dynamically an Excel invoice based on an Excel template with existing formatting and formulas. To achieve that, we will perform the two generally main steps. First, within Excel, we will create a template using the Kianda for Excel add-on. Second, we will go to the Kianda platform and configure a rule to use the template and generate the actual invoice at runtime. So to get started, I will quickly navigate to the Kianda task pane in Excel. When I'm in it, I will have the ability to log in with the user that has access to the process, and then when I'm here, I will simply be able to go in and start selecting the fields that I need to map into my template. So I have my invoice template open here. I will click insert and it will bring the actual field that we want to work with from the process app. So I will select, in this case, customer name and then invoice date, and then I would like to map the table of items into the same template. So I'm going to select the table. I know that I have my table starting over here, so I also have a table in the Kianda. I can see the fields that it will bring. So by selecting the table and clicking insert, so the add-on will insert and map the fields from the table. Okay, so our work is practically done. I will click save and head to the Kianda platform to use this invoice template as the input for our invoice generation. Okay, back at the Kianda process app, we can see that we have an app, a form app that will capture from end users the details of what they are going to be generating. So in this case, customer name, invoice number, invoice date, and then a table with items as we saw on the other side. And then we already have the invoice template that we generated that was already uploaded into the invoice template field. This is typically something that you can hide at later stage, so by simply selecting the option as hidden. For this example, we will not bother with that and simply leave the template visible. So the important step really happens in the next field, which is the generate invoice, that when I expand on the right side, expand rules, I would be able to see that there is a rule to generate the Excel workbook that will use as input the invoice template and as the output or destination the customer invoice. So that's really it. I'm going to click OK to that rule. I'm just going to press one more time save and then press play to see that in action. So in this case, I'm going to type the name ABC 123 as the customer name, and then ABC 123 as the invoice number. Then I will select invoice date for today, and then I will select so the item. So this is going to be item number 1. I could not type a number there, so that then I will type in the item 1 as description, quantity 2, base price is 100, and pretty much that's all I needed to do. I will press on the generate invoice. We'll quickly call the generate invoice rule, passing the information into the rule and use the template that we established at the beginning and generate us an invoice. So we are using the invoice name, the invoice number, as the input for the name of the generated file. So all seems good. So I'll click that, click to open that, and it will open our invoice. If I go click on edit, then we will see that the invoice number, the invoice for, and everything else was properly filled in for our invoice that is now completely filled in with the formulas and the data coming in or flowing in into our invoice without any problem.